What's going on?
How are you?
I am well.
How are you today?
I am well. How you doing?
Listen, man, I thought I was the hardest working person in the car culture until I met you. Then I felt like I needed to step my game up because I probably only get about 4, possibly 5 hours of sleep a night.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm sleeping too much. Like I ain't caught up with you.
Listen, we neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm about at that 4, so you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a good pace. No, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I love doing what I do, so hey, you know what I'm saying? It's easy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah.
But
so what I'll do is I'll start off. Say again?
No, I said thanks for having me on your podcast to start off. You know what I'm saying? I like what you're doing for the culture, and I appreciate you having me.
Man, listen. You know, you'll get an opportunity to hear about my story when Don't Ride or Die interviews me. April 22nd, Don't Ride or Die is going to be a guest host and interview me. But just to tell you, a long time ago when I started this show in 2019, I never would have thought I'd be talking to you.
Oh, wow. Hey, you know, I've done a lot of the podcasts, and I mean, I'm looking to do a lot more. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm very approachable. I'm not a person that's bougie or stuck up like that. You know what I'm saying? I have much respect for the person that has, you know what I'm saying, 0 followers to the person that has 1 million. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm well grounded. I was brought up well. So yeah, I'm not a person that's not going to look down on anybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Well, what I mean by talking to you is I never would have thought I'd have been talking to the Stunna Reeses, the Dump Masters, the Two Flies, the Hollywoods, the some of the, just to name a few of the people that I have had the honor and the privilege of being able to talk to. Like, it's not about, because like you never came off to me as a person that was not, you know, a humble person. It was just having like, I'm honored that you make the time for me.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Thank you. Like I said, it's the same way. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, doing this for me. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, the subscribers, the viewers will get some good information out of this. And also, you know what I'm saying, it'll help your platform. And you know what I'm saying, and then I'll be back on here again. So, yeah.
You definitely will. Already. I'm reserving the right to call you back and be like, hey, man, listen. Yeah. You got to come on the show.
No doubt. No doubt.
So what I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fan questions. You cool with that?
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right. So my question is, how did you get started into cars? What brought Reese over to being a car person the way you are?
Ooh, man. Right out the belly. Ever since I can remember being a young kid, I've always been into cars. Like, literally, as long as I can remember. I remember having the little race cars, you know what I'm saying? I remember building models as a kid. I remember being into the big wheels, you know, just anything to do with cars. And then my dad had a couple cool cars that I can remember as a kid that I used to like to ride around in and things like that. So it just, you know, came naturally. And, you know, it was a lot of going on in my neighborhood. I was born and raised on the west side of Chicago. Then, yeah, so, you know, it was a lot of other things going on around me constantly, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I chose to go into the cars opposed to some of the other things that was going on around me, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of my friends from back then aren't around anymore due to, you know what I'm saying, just the environment. But luckily, I had a proper upbringing with my mom, my dad, and I kind of stick towards something I loved. I had passion, and then went from there. So yeah, but yeah, it started very, very young. You know what I'm saying? It has carried on. I've, you know, been into cars. I've been into motorcycles, dirt bikes. I mean, just racing, doing motorcycle stunts, drag racing cars, just anything to do with motorsports. I pretty much love my whole entire life.
Right. Oh, this is a great question. How did you get the name Stunna Reese?
How I got the name Stunna Reese is because me and 3 other guys, we came up with a motorcycle and car club. And basically when we started that club, we all used to do stunts on motorcycles. Like I said, I used to do motorcycle stunts. If you guys ever want to go check out a movie that we filmed back in 2004, it's called Number One Stunners, This Is How We Ride. You'll see your boy Stunna Reese getting down on the motorcycles on the stunt side a lot in that movie. But yeah, we all used to stunt motorcycles, and hence we named the club the Number One Stunners. And that's pretty much how it came about. You know, people just, affiliated the two, the club and me stunting with my nickname, Reese. So yeah, that's kind of how that came along.
What was it like growing up in Chicago?
For me, it was good. My family, we always did things. My dad used to, and my mom used to take me out of town. We used to go to Vegas. We used to go to, the water parks, like in Wisconsin Dells. So we did a lot of traveling when I was young, and I can remember that. And, they didn't want me just stuck in, like I said, the environment that, we grew up around. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Cabrini Green, but we literally lived 4 blocks from Cabrini Green, and there was always a lot of stuff going on around. But my mother, my father wouldn't let me just keep my mentality stuck on where I was. It was always trying to, see where you wanted to be, follow your passion, follow your dreams, and things like that. So that's pretty much how it was for me. Even though things were going on around me, I didn't really focus on that. I focused on things that I loved. So, for me, it was good. Even though I was in the trenches, it was still good,
Right. What made you want to get involved in being a YouTuber?
Actually, the reason that I became a YouTuber is because, here, let me break this down. I started YouTube 10 years ago. Okay. Wow. Now, I started YouTube because I used to produce a DVD called Chicago Dubs and Dimes. It was basically a DVD series that I created. I sold a lot of DVDs off of it. If you guys go back in my archives, you can check it out, Chicago Dubs and Dimes. But I started that over 10 years ago, and that was basically just showcasing models with custom cars and motorcycles. So back then, when I started that, I didn't have any inkling or any idea that you could actually get paid off of YouTube. So I was just doing it for fun, doing it for the passion. I was also starting to do car shows and stuff like that as well. So I just wanted to show off what I was doing. And I started YouTube doing that. It was strictly for the love. It had nothing to do with a payment or looking for a subscriber or anything like that. But about 3.5 years ago, CJ on 32 is my bro. He had met up with CJ So Cool, which was a YouTuber. Official YouTuber. And, they had a conversation, and he was telling him how he could, actually grow and make money and live, day to day off of YouTube. So CJ and me, we've been into the car game in Chicago for a very long time together, over 10 years. So once he started telling me about it, man, we're going to start these YouTube. Well, we're going to start YouTubing, and showing off what we do. We love it anyway. We might as well just start showing people, our lifestyle as far as the cars and stuff, and, it could possibly grow. And, that's pretty much how I started, is because CJ So Cool told CJ on 32s, and CJ on 32s told me. So that's pretty much, what started me to actually vlogging on a daily and things like that. And, just showing the world what we were into anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So pretty much the CJ has got you involved.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause if it wasn't for them, I would still have my channel, but I wouldn't be vlogging and, every day, the way I do now. You know what I'm saying? And I started taking it real serious. And hey, it's got me to the point that's what I pretty much do for a living is YouTube right now. So
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it is.
It is, definitely is. What would you say is this the secret to being a successful YouTuber?
The secret to being a successful YouTuber for me is knowing that there really isn't a cheat code, and that you can't cheat the grind. You have to go into YouTube knowing that you cannot do it with the intent on I want to get rich quick scheme or or whatever like that. That I'm only gonna do it if I'm gonna make $1 million or if I'm gonna get 100,000 subscribers or anything like that. If you're going into it with that mentality, you're starting dead wrong.
Right.
You have to do YouTube and do it because that's what you love to do. And whatever you're filming, you have to make sure it's what you love to do. A lot of people have asked me, man, I want to buy me a car. I want to, put some rims on it. And I want to start going to the shows and stuff like that because I see what's working for you. And I always tell people, if that's not what you are really into it, you're setting yourself up for failure to begin. If you really like golfing every day and that's what you really like doing, or if you like fishing or whatever you really like to do, whether it be whatever, making mayonnaise sandwiches, I don't know what it is. Whatever it is you like to really do, that's what you need to do. Follow that, and that's what you show people. And believe it or not, my dad used to say this old saying to me, there's an ass for every seat. And that means, and I take that and I use that as for whatever it is that you like to do, there's going to be more people who like to enjoy that same thing. So do what you like to do. Talk knowledge about what you know about what you enjoy doing, and it won't be a job. It'll just be something that you love to do, and you're just sharing it. And it'll organically grow from that point. You don't have to try to force it or anything.
It's kind of like the old saying, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
Because to be honest, with the YouTube stuff, right? So my goal was always to record my shows and then put them on YouTube. But y'all, like, when I say y'all, not necessarily you have had to talk with me, but so many of the people that I deal with in my circle that are on YouTube had to talk with me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Telling me, hey man, you need to start. You might as well get paid. You doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it because you love it. But pretty much kind of how you just said, I'm doing it because I love it. But they was like, KP, you should be getting paid. You should be getting paid. You got to be getting paid. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, I just, I'm just doing it because I love it. But I see where they're going with it.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is, do it because you love it first and foremost. The getting paid part of it will come organically. It'll just, you won't even have to think about it. As long as you get monetized and your numbers organically grow, that's the most important thing. Try to, do like a quick growth scheme or scam or begging people to join your, channel or whatever. One of the things that I've learned is, yes, you can get a lot of people from a lot of different things to shout the channel out. But once they come in and see your content, they may or may not like what you're doing organically. But if you're getting people to join and subscribe to your channel organically, you know what I'm saying? Like people they are joining because they are there for you. Then those people will stick around. I've tried everything pretty much as far as trying to get subscribers from, cash giveaways and things like that, and giveaways and stuff like that. And I think that stuff only works so much. What happens is they'll come in, get the cash or whatever. If they don't win, they unsubscribe and all that. those people really wasn't there for you in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you could just do something and people just, you know, are attached to what you really love to do, the organic subscribers, they will show you who they really are, and they will rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you really want. And it'll grow naturally. You won't have to put effort in, or you won't have to, you know, put effort in trying to be somebody else, or, you know, trying to appeal to this person's audience that came in because of them. And, you know, sometimes, you know, you don't even want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're looking. No,
you tell
I tell this to people all the time. You know, people will tell me, Stunna Reese, you need to put 32s on your car. And I tell them, there's already a CJ on 32s. There's already a demonology racing, you know what I'm saying, challengers, wide bodies. You know, there's already these people already out here. I'm me. Right. I'm going to do me. And if you guys want to organically be a part of what I'm doing, then that's fine. But anything other than that, I'm not interested in just, you know, trying to please everybody. I can't. I can only be Stunna Reese, and that's me.
I feel like we're on the same page on that. I think I tell people that all the time. Like, people expect me to get involved in a lot of politics and a lot of things that they got going on. I can't fight y'all fights. I can't be involved. But like, I literally want to go where I want to go and do what I want to. I can't be. Y'all can't. No. I can't. Yeah. I'm not gonna beef with somebody because you beefing with them. I'm not. Exactly. I can't do it. That ain't me.
No, that's same thing here. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things. Just like you just said. You know, sometimes when one person that you know might not be gelling with somebody else right then, you know what I'm saying, they whole crew thinking that you're not supposed to, you know, and sometimes it's not like that. You just have to do you. If you and that person haven't had an altercation or whatever, it'll work itself out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I pretty much feel. You know, sometimes everything will work itself out. Sometimes things just get misunderstood and things like that. So it's a lot simpler than a lot of people make it. But there's a lot of trolls on the internet that tries to instigate stuff, tries to add fuel to fire, and tries to make things and make you second guess what you're doing or what another person is doing. You know, sometimes one of the biggest things I would say to anybody who's getting into YouTube is know that the subscribers who are trolls are a lot of times people who have no other life. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do is type negative stuff on the internet and things like that. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't really pay them too much attention. You just got to keep going. You got to keep going.
Right. I have always, in my mind, I think this a lot. Like, what in your head makes you just want to get up every day and follow somebody you can't stand just to write negative stuff? And in the meantime, they living their best life. The person you typing to, they is traveling, they living.
Exactly. I don't get it. I don't understand, but you know, it's just the mentality of some people. And I don't expect everybody to have our same mentality, you know what I'm saying? Because if we were all the same, then, you know what I'm saying, life would be boring. But, you know, we just got to deal with them like we deal with a lot of other things, you know. But it's sometimes, you know, I talk to some YouTubers and they do let the trolls get under their skin. And I always tell them, listen, you can't let them get under your skin. You know, a lot of times your trolls are your people who love you the most, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
They're your biggest fans.
Yeah, they just love you secretly. They don't want nobody to know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But no, I just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you don't have thick skin, YouTube is probably not for you. Some people, you know what I'm saying, they just get all riled up over every little thing, and you can't let it do that to you because you're going to lose focus on your ultimate goal, and that is your audience. That's the people that love you. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you can't break your whole, you know, path of where you're going to satisfy one troll, you know what I'm saying, and then the rest of your people who organically love you, they look like, damn, you know what I'm saying? What about us? We love you, you know what I'm saying? Don't start turning negative because of one comment. So I understand them on that.
Do you ever look back at your earlier works? Because like I do that. I look back at my earlier works. Like when my first show ever in 2019 was Rose the Kid, Murph, and Miss Supersport. And I can tell how my focus was different. I read the comments. Like if somebody was being negative, I would hone in on that instead of just, like you said, paying attention to the person on the screen and the people who actually love you. Do you ever look back at your old stuff and be like, oh man, I have come a long way?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. You know, of course, with being in front of the camera all the time, in the beginning, it was a little hard. Even though I had did DVD series prior to that for years, but when doing DVD series, it was a little bit different because everything is pretty much scripted. With vlogging, it's pretty much, you know, for the most part, how it goes, how your day goes. So it's not like having a shot list, like, okay, at this point, I want you to look up in the sky and do this and this, or having, a script for you to say. So vlogging is totally different. But yeah, at first it was, it was a little uncomfortable, but no, I got used to it pretty quick. I've been in the entertainment industry with my father for a long time. He used to own a record company, so we used to always be around cameras and artists and stuff like that all the time. So, and then, it came pretty easily.
Do you ever find yourself looking at where you are, how far you've come, and being like, wow? Yeah,
I do. Even though, I still feel like I'm at the very beginning. I think this is a marathon, not a race. I think that, I do still look back and I'm very grateful for all the people who have hit that subscribe button and tune into what I'm doing. A lot of it is I feel that a lot of people connect with me because I don't try to be other people, or I don't try to satisfy everybody. I try to, and I always say this, I'm going to be who I'm going to be, and that's it, And I think that people really respect that, And then the other thing that I do, and this is something that I would definitely encourage any YouTuber to do, is just make sure that, along with the cars or whatever you are, showcasing on your channel, whether it be, like I said, fishing or whatever, make sure that you have that balance where the people are tuned into what you have or what you're doing, but also tuned into you as well. So you got to kind of have that balance. Just can't be about just the cars. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to know the cars, but I also want y'all to know me and how I live and, my lifestyle. So, but I mean, Of course, there's different type of, channels. Some channels are just informational. Some channels are just, showing you guys, just how things are done, like DIY. There's different type of channels, but for me, I think my channel is more like a personal lifestyle channel where I show you my cars, which is a big part of my life, but I also show you me.
So tell us about the cars. How many are you up to now? What are their names? Do you think it's weird that I don't name my cars?
No, I don't. I'm out of everybody I know, I'm probably one of 5 people who like I personally know that name their cars. But the name of my cars is, my flagship car is Dracula. That's my 1967 Impala fastback 2-door coupe. That's my baby right there. You know what I'm saying? Drac. I love that car. Bought that car back in 2004, and I've just been building and working on it since. So that's the current car. Since then, I've had probably over 20 or 30 cars, but the cars that I have in my fleet right now, I have a 2020 red-eye Challenger wide body called the Doberman. I love that car. The reason I call it the Doberman is because it's kind of like the colors of a Doberman dog. If for those who know, it's got the black with the basketball leather type of color, whatever that color is, like an orange color. Yeah. So that's the color combination of that car. I also have a G-Body Monte Carlo SS 1985 with a little spicy motor. I call that car Scrappy.
Okay, G-Body gang. Now, we on the... Okay.
Yeah. I got a Cadillac Escalade that goes by the Reaper, all black. So all my cars are black except for one, okay? So I got a Cadillac Escalade that I use to pretty much tow everything around to the shows and stuff called a Reaper. And I got my giveaway car right now, which hopefully will be leaving me pretty soon. And that is called the Putt Putt Prius. Yeah.
So you're giving away a Prius?
Yeah, it's just a little fun little car that I bought and built pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Just put some rims on it, wrapped, put the Starlight ceilings on it, and I always pretty much had the intent that I was going to give it away once I got to a certain amount of subscribers. So I've been on that path for over a year now. I think when I started the giveaway on that car, I had less than 30,000 subscribers, and right now I'm at like almost 63 or something. So yeah, it's been a
No, you're at more than 63 because I looked at it today because I subscribed today.
Okay, well, hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You getting there? You getting there?
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, I believe in do you believe in the power of manifestation or speaking things into fruition?
Absolutely. You have to believe in it before you even do it. You know what I'm saying? When you set a goal, you already got to have in your mind that you're going to accomplish that goal. You just don't know exactly when. And you have to have the determination, the willpower to be persistent to make it and overcome whatever obstacle is in your way, trying to stop you and block you from getting to that goal. You have to do it. And the thing with me with goals is, because I'm a real big person on setting goals for myself, is short-term goals and long-term goals. You have to have both. You can't just have long-term goals and not have short-term goals on, steps to get to that long-term ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, that is very, very important, the manifestation to make things happen. But, you got to put in the work. You can't just think that it's going to happen without you, watering the seed, as my brother, Mr. Organic, always say, planting the seed and watering it and then it coming into fruition. You have to do all of that. It's a process.
It's like saying you're going to win the lottery, but you ain't playing.
Exactly. Absolutely. There's never been a person that won the lottery that who hasn't played. That's one thing for sure. You know what I'm saying? Never has it happened.
Right.
Yep.
What is your biggest challenge in the car and with the cars and also on the other page with YouTube?
The biggest challenge for me with the cars is I would say kind of like, let me say it this way. I would say my biggest challenge is depending on so many people to bring my vision to life. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you have a vision and the other person that you depending on them to, help you bring your vision of life, like shops and stuff. I went through a very, very bad situation with Drac where I had trusted a person to put an LS in my car back in 2015. And I didn't get my car back till 2019. He had my car for 4 years. So that was hard. That was hard going through all that time without my car. That car is like meant a very lot to me. And the thing about it is when I gave him my car was running perfectly fine. My car had just won a trophy in the World of Wheels in Chicago, which is like a huge show, a big, like 6-foot trophy. And it was in great condition. And but back then, the LS swaps was like really, really popular. That's when LS swaps had first like came on the scene, and he was like, "Yeah, I could do the LS swap. I could do the LS swap." So, I trusted him with my car, and yeah, my car literally sat for 4 years. So now it's kind of like hard for me to like trust everybody. If I can't, feel it. It's hard for me to trust people with my cars. That's my hard thing with the cars. As far as YouTube, I don't really have a lot of hard things with YouTube. I think the hardest thing with YouTube is to, give that balance between YouTube and then my family sometimes. I think that's probably, as far as doing YouTube is easy for me because I just do what I love to do on YouTube. But sometimes I have to take a break and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, you got to step back for a second. I got to, take care of some stuff with my family, you know what I'm saying, and give my family time. So that's the negative part of YouTube for me is sometimes it's like, I just want to keep going. I just want to keep grinding. I want to get to the next level. But you got to make sure that you take care of your family as well. So, yeah, that's what I would say about YouTube.
So you know what's weird to me about the shop? Well, not weird. It's not. I'm not celebrating the fact that you guys had issues building your car, but it helps to know that like the people, like I don't want to say the little people, but like I guess like I don't even know if to say regular people. You know what I'm saying? Like people who are not like all the time in the public eye have problems with their cars, but you guys have problems too. I interviewed Belt Boy last week, and he said he had problems with a shop with his car. So you guys are having the same problems that we're having, and like I just don't know what the fix is. Because like I joke all the time about me. I have told the shops that are working on my cars, they know how I am. My money is my money, and I work hard for my money. So please don't let me have to come drive my car through your shop. Like, I'm not playing.
Right.
So to avoid me and y'all being on Channel 4 News, let's just do what we're supposed to do with my car.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. They think that, just because we, are in the public eye that things just magically happen for us and things like that. No, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's real life, what I'm saying, that we showing you guys. And a lot of my subscribers, my OG subscribers, they were there through that process of that, because I started YouTube probably about 1.5 years before I actually got my car out of there. So they went through that whole process of me constantly going to the shop, just constantly getting, spinned off and all that stuff, what I'm saying? Person telling me, okay, it's going to be done in a week. It's going to be done in a month. It's going to be done this, what I'm saying? Yeah, so no, it's real life stuff, real life stuff.
So did they ever eventually do the LS swap?
Well, they did do the LS swap, but when I got it, it pretty much was hurt. As I was driving home, the transmission that I had bought was slipping as I was driving it home for the first time. So I was dealing with that. Then I paid, got a new transmission from somebody else because I didn't even want to do it. After 4 years, it's like just beating your head against the wall. So after I paid for another transmission, thinking that the car was going to be good. Okay. Then come to find out that the motor was hurt too. So it was like just an all bad situation. But then miraculously, I met a guy named Jordan. Some of you guys might know from my channel, Sideways Production. And he put together a motor for me in literally like 3 days, had it in my car. Yeah, so just it's sad to say that people will take advantage of you, you know what I'm saying, no matter, and they don't care. They don't care if, they get hurt in the long run or whatever. They'll take advantage of you and things like that. And it's just like, you could go to the Better Business Bureau and you could go to this and small claims court and all this. But sometimes, when you dealing with people in the hood, it's just, it's just kind of like a little something, you know what I'm saying, a little different. So, you know what I'm saying? I just had
sometimes you just be like, oh, I'm about to go over there. Oh, I'm about to go. And when I get there, it's not going to be pretty. So
yeah. So, yeah. But no, thank God, you know, to this day, the car is running super strong. The person that did my car, Jordan, since he's did my car, he has gotten so many jobs. I mean, he's backed up like months to do a swap on him. And he was actually at that time working out of somebody else's shop. But since then, he has opened up his own shop, got his own thing going, got his, you know, him and his partner YouTube channel is growing, you know, so, you know, he did the right things right, did what he said and said what he did. And, you know, he's reaping the benefits from that now.
Congratulations to Jordan.
Yeah, definitely. Now, what's funny is, it's funny that we're talking about this, but the other person who did my swap the other time, I saw him the other day posting videos up of cars that he did like 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was just to make people think that these are fresh bills that he's working on. But I know the bills and I know the cars that he was showing. So it was kind of funny. So I don't know if he like starving for business or what since that whole situation. But yeah, I mean, I think you reap what you sow. You know, you got to honor what you say. Good business goes a long way. You know, the bad mouthing people, or, you know, bad news travels really, really fast.
Right. And sometimes you don't even got to get on there and say nothing. Like when stuff happens, you don't even got to get on social media and say, oh, well, this person did this. You can say something to one of your close people, and all of a sudden, everybody in America know it.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing is, like, everybody on my channel is going to see what's going on. It's not like I'm going to be able to just, you know, drive the car and act like it's running good. You know, people going to know, you know, so, and he knew that, but he, you know, at some point just, I guess, didn't care. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. But shout out to Jordan for getting me right, you know, and man, he's reaping the benefits of it right now.
Right. I'm a firm believer of what you put out in the universe, you get back. Mm-hmm. So I guess I would say I believe in karma. What you do and how you treat people, it comes back to you.
Absolutely.
So talk to us about what's next for you. I know a couple of the things that are next for you, but talk to the people about what's next for you.
All right. Well, what's next for me is I'm looking for another car, but I got a lot of stuff going on as far as traveling. I got a big car show for those who don't know. June the 5th, going down in Madison, Illinois at the Worldwide Technology Center. It's going to be a huge YouTubers event. If you anywhere close to the Midwest, I highly recommend you come if you really want to spark your YouTube channel. If you're thinking about considering starting a car content YouTube channel, this will be the place to be. There's going to be hundreds and hundreds of YouTubers here to cross vlog with, and a lot of times, you never know if you can get on as many people's other vlogs, and you never know if you can pick up one subscriber. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2 subscribers. You get on there and the people see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You sell yourself, and people like what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna grow organically, and that's how it goes. Let me just say this real quick. One of the biggest things that Tall Guy, I don't know if you ever heard of him, Tall Guy Car Reviews, and Mr. Organic, 800,000 subscribers for Tall Guy right now, and I believe knocking on 250, maybe 300 for Mr. Organic. One of the most important things that they ever did for YouTube was they went on like a tour, and they were meeting YouTubers as they were going around, meeting subscribers, meeting YouTubers, and they opened up my eyes to so many other car YouTubers that I would have never, ever knew anything about to this day if it wasn't for those guys. So I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I'm going around and trying to meet with, the up and coming YouTubers and YouTubers who are even bigger than me, and try to do that same thing so that more people can, have more exposure on my platform, and maybe, gain some subscribers, and, putting together these YouTubers events. So, you got a lot of people who's got the same passion, who shares the same love, can all come together and, cross vlog, and, hopefully it puts a shot in the arm of the whole culture, and everybody can grow and gain, together, and that's one of the things that is very important to me, is to reciprocate that same type of love. Because when Tall Guy came, he didn't know me from a can of paint, but he came to Chicago and I met him, and and then through his platform I met Rail to Rail, Mod to Fame, and a lot of YouTubers that now to this day I'm very close with, just because I've seen them on his platform. I reached out to them, and that's the thing you got to do too. When you have somebody to show you, on somebody's platform, don't be afraid to reach out to them and see what they got going on, and things like that as well. So, that's one of the things that I took initiative and did myself. Reached out to a lot of different YouTubers that I've seen through other people's platform, and still to this day.
One thing is, it's funny how I'm always telling other people stuff, but sometimes I don't take the advice myself. I always tell people, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. But sometimes I be like, I know I'm ready, but I'm just not being ready. So I don't know what's up with that. But where do you see your brand going in the next 2 or 3 years?
You know what? I'm not sure. All I know is I have goals. I have a goal that I'm trying to reach. And if I make it, that's fine. If I don't make it, it's still fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to, take leaps of faith. And I'm not scared of anything. So where my brand, I see it, I think it's going to grow organically, and that's the most important thing. I would rather have 63,000, however many subscribers I got, loyal subscribers right now, than to have 100 fake subscribers, 100,000 fake subscribers. So my goal is just for my platform to grow organically, and that's the most important thing for me.
What would you like people to know about Stunna Reese?
What I would like people to know about me really is just, I'm a real dude just like them, not fake, not phony, not bougie. I'm very approachable. Any information, any knowledge that I can share about anything, I'm more than willing to, try to take a moment of time, if I have it, to, share some advice, share anything with anybody. And, as long as it's, nothing disrespectful or anything, because some people say some stupid stuff, But yeah, as long as it's in line, then yeah, I'm definitely helpful. So yeah, that's the most important thing that I want people to know about me, that, my love and my passion for cars is real. It's nothing for YouTube. It has nothing to do with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd be doing the same stuff I'm doing now.
Last question. What is the most fun thing that has happened to you since you've been being a YouTuber? The most, your top thing that's like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
Oh man, so many things, but
give us your top 5.
Well, let me just, I'm gonna give you one. One really, really memorable thing was when I first went down to Dallas, and I met up with a bunch of YouTubers when I was down in Dallas. Rail to Rail, I met Demonology, TJ2 Live. It was a bunch of YouTubers that I had met, and we all just really, really jailed. And to this day, it was one of the most memorable times that I've had as a YouTuber. I actually didn't even bring a car that time, and it was just it wasn't about the cars. It really wasn't about the cars. It was about the people. And to this day, that's one of the most memorable times. I remember I was in my room because I had a room when I went down there, and I had like all these YouTubers come to my room. You know what I'm saying? And back then, I mean, I think I maybe had like 10,000 subscribers, maybe, maybe 8 or whatever. But all of these were smaller YouTubers, demonology, and, a lot of, and everybody is like looking up to me, like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't even deserve this, but, it's just everybody was super organic. It was just, really, really nice experience, and like I said, it didn't have anything to do with the cars. It was all about the people, all about the culture, and the people who, I felt that was really, enthusiasts just like myself.
You know why I think that happened? Because I know a lot of times people, especially people who are very humble, they don't see themselves the way like other people see them. Like when stuff happened to you, you just don't see, you just feel like you're a regular person. Like this morning I was watching your show when that guy came on, and him coming on just made me happy. He was like, oh my God, my wife's not going to believe I'm on here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. 2 days ago, I was outside my house, and these 2 little girls rode up on bicycles, and they stopped in front of my house. I was getting out the car, and they was like, "Oh my God, are you Stunna Reese?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Stunna Reese." They was like, "Oh my God, my dad watches you all the time, every day, and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you. Tell your dad I said hi." It's sometimes it's surreal, and you don't really realize how many people like know you. Like any car event that I go to, pretty much I was just down in Georgia this past weekend, and for people to just Stunna Reese, it's like, wow, like people really watch what I do, you know what I'm saying? And it especially when it's the younger kids, just like that, it makes you really appreciate it, because I mean I'm generations away from them, but they still tuned in to what I'm doing, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and I really am grateful, truly grateful for this blessing that I have been put upon me. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing. It's amazing. But sometimes it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you in the grocery store, you in the grocery store, and you trying to, shop or whatever, and then Stunna Reese, let me take a picture. I'm like, I got a bag full of groceries and stuff, But no, it's not annoying. It's just it's sometimes it's kind of like if I'm holding 2 bags of groceries, I sometimes you be wishing people will understand. I gotta put my groceries out on the ground right now. It's funny, but
it's pretty awkward.
It's funny.
When was the first time you realized, oh my God, like people know me? Like,
oh man, let me tell you a funny story. One time I was in a currency exchange, and this girl said, "Man, are you Stunna Reese?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Stunna Reese." She was like, "Oh, you my cousin." I'm like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, you my cousin." She was like, "Yeah, you my cousin." And then she started naming off all these different people or whatever. I didn't know who she was talking about or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? This girl swore up and down that we was family, and she wanted my, my number and all that kind of stuff. I didn't give it to her, but it's like, it kind of got kind of weird, but that was one of the, and that happened like early on when I first started, but that was like weird. That was like weird. I'm like, I didn't understand it, but yeah, that was one of the weirdest situations. But that was, one of the first times, something like that happened to me.
So, is there anything that you would like for us to know before you go? Oh, make sure you talk to us about your upcoming events and any upcoming events, because I know you hinted to an additional one the other day. Not sure if that's come to fruition yet, but just talk to us about the upcoming event.
All right. Well, most important thing that if anybody really wants to follow what I'm doing, make sure you guys subscribe to me and CJ on 32's Facebook group, Street Whip Stunting. I will be posting a event schedule, a calendar of every event that I'm currently booked to be at as of right now. I'll be doing that as of tomorrow. Me and CJ just got booked for another event yesterday, and I'm going to be adding that to the calendar, so that'll be on there as well. That'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio on June the 3rd. But, I mean, we got so much stuff. I got so much stuff going on. I don't know. I can't remember everything off the top of my head, but that calendar will be up tomorrow on my Street Whip Stunting Facebook group. So if you guys are, want to know about any of the events or any areas that I'm going to be in, or if you guys have any promoters in your event areas that's throwing big shows and you guys want to, try to book us to come out, definitely drop me a DM, drop me an email. I'm sorry. My email is in the description of all my videos, so you can hit me up with an email and, let me know what you guys got. If I don't have anything currently booked or locked in, I'll make sure, so I do my best to try to come out or anything like that. So, yeah. But June 5th is the one. June 5th is the one that I definitely need everybody to come out to if you have the ability to.
Reese, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie. I did good because I was nervous. I was real nervous. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't think it showed, but I was pretty nervous. I'm gonna lie.
Hey, I think you did well. I think the viewers are going to really attach to what you're doing. I know your platform is going to grow, you know what I'm saying? And just keep doing what you're doing. I just see it organically growing. You seem, you know what I'm saying, like very, very well educated in the car culture. And, hey, we need more females stepping up, and showing us fellas, you know what I'm saying, some different flavors. So, I appreciate you doing what you're doing. Keep doing it.
Hey, we got y'all. Let me tell you something. The girls coming. We got y'all.
That's what's up. I'm liking the different things I'm seeing in the big world culture with the girls, with the donks and the G bodies. And I went to Atlanta for Stunt Fest last year, and I met a young lady who had a very nice Monte Carlo SSG body. I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It was like a hit. It was a hit. And then they got the girl that's donk racing right now. So, I mean, hey, it's y'all time. So, you know what I'm saying? Get out here and be heard. Get out here and, put y'all brand down.
Yeah, they're my girls. Trust me, they're my girls. But listen, I want to say to you, it's been an honor and a privilege to be able to sit down and talk to you, and for you to take an hour out of your busy, even pull over and pull up somewhere so you can stop and talk to me. Like I'm good. This was a good day.
Well, thank you once again for having me. And I'll definitely be back in the future. You know what I'm saying? We're going to definitely have to get back on here. And once I get some more stuff to talk about and you get some more stuff to talk about with me.
Believe it. So thank you so much for sitting down with us today to answer our questions. So yeah, everybody, that's Stunna Reese. If y'all are not following him, make sure y'all go do that now. Your YouTube link is in your bio, right? So they can click the link in your bio and follow you on YouTube as well, right?
Absolutely. Follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? All platforms. Stunna Reese.
Reese, you on everything.
Yeah. I'm on everything.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, all right?
All right. Have a good one.
Peace, y'all.